What's up, guys? War here. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be going over, it's a quick little video, guys. The realm is restarting right now because they're applying a small little patch, which is going to be this one right here. It's the time on Act 3 in these areas. So they are implementing this right now. So I figure what I'll do is kind of go over this really quickly and then show you guys how to get the item filters. So big shout out to Neversink in PoE 2 with the whole reset of the League of the Hunt, right? So first things first, changes to Act 3 areas. They're changing Drowned City, the Apex of Filth, Utahs, the Azak Bog, Infest Barrens, Jungle Ruins, Wetlands, pretty much everywhere. So all they're doing is doing things to make this a little bit easier to a degree with us. So for example, in the Jungle Ruins, this area had a problem where it was often hard to identify the exit of the infested barrens from far enough away. We made that entrance more clear and moved the checkpoint further so you're more likely to see it. So they're making small changes like this. Another really good one is like in the Azak Bog, the area is large, which is extremely variance, and they change how like it's much easier to find this and find the boss quickly. So they've made some really nice changes here. This is going to be coming later, but these are some big changes that they're going to be adding in. So I figure I would just tell you guys about this. It is going to make it a little bit easier, but like this primary due to searching for soul cores, like in the Mechanarium. So they've added an extra one. So it's a little bit easier to find those. This is the area where you got to get like the 2 soul cores on either side, which is kind of nice. So they're going to be updating this for Act 3. They've already done something similar to Act 1 and 2. So this is going to be cool. This should help us out and just make it a little bit more, I don't know, fluid going through the act. I don't know how much time this is actually going to save you, but it is cool that they are doing this, right? Now let's go ahead and go over and do the Neversink item filters. If you guys don't know who Neversink is, shout out to Neversink. He's a creator for the game, and he has always done these like really good item filters, and they're generic ones that really help out pretty much everybody who plays the game. You can always make your own custom item filter, but if you don't, you could just use Neversink's and you're perfectly fine. I've always used Neversink's and it's just the best, right? So a friend of mine sent me the link through here, so I'm going to put the link down in the description below to get to this page for you. You'll have to log in if you haven't already been logged in before using like Path of Trade and stuff. But once you get here, you're going to come over to game. You're going to come over to item filters. And then what you're going to do is it has game type here in this corner. Make sure you select PoE 2. Now, all you're going to do is you're going to have a bunch of filters here that are updated. So all you're going to do is just click on one and then you're going to hit follow. Okay, what this does is it follows the current item filter that is here. So Neversink, this is one regular for PoE, and it has a description and an in-depth explanation of what is in this guide and what it's going to show. So you can look at this. You can read through this if you want, but you could just go through it and look at it when you actually are in game. So all you have to do is follow this. And when you click follow, you just come back to game, you go to item filters again, change it over to PoE 2, and then you can click the next one like strict and just hit follow, right? Now, when you do follow this, that is the last thing you need to do. You do not need to do anything else. Anytime that Neversink goes to update this stuff, for changes during a league or changes with a new league, or how he feels that like how it looks on screen is just better for the overall experience, all of that will automatically get updated, so you won't have to do anything else. Like for example, you won't have to re-download Neversink regular softcore. You will not have to re-download that and then import it into the game. You don't have to do that. This is just in the game and you are good to go, right? So then once you're in game, then all you're going to do is go over to item filter and put that in. I think this is still down. I'm going to try to click in here and see if this is up. I will show you guys how to put this item filter on, which is super easy to do. I will advise that while you're going through the campaign, I would probably not try to use any of the filters unless you're a very experienced player and you don't really care about like certain loot that falls on the ground. But if you're going through this and you're struggling with loot or you're struggling with items, I would just put this on. But what you're going to do is you're going to go to options. You're going to go over to game, and then you have item filter here. You're going to see all these in here. Now, these ones in blue are the new ones. You can see that I was using the old ones. So now each time that you use a higher version, so I'm going to use regular, for example, and it'll show when you loaded the filter successfully. You can also refresh this tab. Now, the higher you go up, so regular, you know, semi-strict, strict, very strict, it just reduces the amount of items that you guys see on the ground, and it only shows the most important items that you need. Now, these filters from Neversink will apply generally to every class, so none of these are class specific. So if you're using like the Huntress and then you want to use the Warrior, you know, this will work for everything across the board. So it makes it really, really easy to use. So I'm just going to use regular for now during the campaign. Otherwise, I don't really use a whole lot while I'm going through, at least the first time, and then you're good to go. But yeah, guys, that's how you do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video, it really does help us out. Shout out again to Neversink, and don't forget to comment below. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And as always, stay gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.